welcome to Wolfe Farms. I'm Dawn, also known as Knittin' Wolf.
And I'm James, also known as Wolf Photo. This podcast is brought to you by Wolfe Farms. You can find us on the internet at wolffarms.net. We're in the month of May, and our scent of the month is Fresh Cut Roses. So you get 25% off that. Everything in our shop that is scented in that fragrance, and we have other sale items as well. We are running low on inventory.
Everything.
Yeah, pretty much everything. So, because we will be shutting down the shop at the end of June, and so we're like I said, just thank you for all those that have been stocking up. We appreciate that, and there's still time to get some good stuff because we still have it, but we are running low on some items. So swing on by, check that out, and I'm sure you'll find something you'll enjoy. I want to welcome new and returning viewers. Thanks for joining us today. Probably a quick one, but we always say that. So we just have to hold on and see how long it goes.
Yeah, because you never know if I'm going to go off on a tangent.
Yeah,
Or you.
always. You can't shut me out once I get started.
So this week's segments include farm happenings in the coop, Squeal Like a Pig, and Roundup.
Yeah. Boy, we figured we'd start the podcast off with a joke because we heard a joke that was so appropriate.
Yeah.
Thought we would share that with you. So this woman, husband and wife, they've been married for a long, long time, and she's finally reached the end of her life. She's in her deathbed, and her husband goes to her, and he says, thank you for having this, wonderful life. And she goes, the reason why we had such a wonderful life is I got good advice when before we got married. She goes, remember that box? I told you she had a rule, do not open this box. That was like the only rule. Everything else was, they got along. You cannot open this box. And he goes, yeah, I remember that box. I've never opened it. And she goes, well, I want you to go open it. So he walks over to the closet, grabs the box, opens it up, and there's a crocheted doll in there and $95,000 in cash. And he goes, oh, wow, what is this? What is this crocheted doll? And she goes, well, the good advice I got before we got married was I was told whenever we get in a fight, just to just suck it up and go crochet a doll. It'll get your aggressions out, your tension, and it'll make you feel better. You kind of get it out of your system, and then it'll all be good. He goes, wow, that is amazing. We've been married for over 60 years, and you only have one doll in the box? He goes, that is wonderful. I'm glad that we've gotten along so well. But what's this $95,000? And she goes, well, when the box started getting full of dolls, I started selling them. So that's our little knitting joke for you. Yep. So go crochet a doll. You end up with chickens on your table. So, yeah. But anyway, so I hope you enjoyed that. We heard that one and thought, that's so appropriate. We'll have to spread that one along. So,
yep.
So farm happenings.
Whole other thought of being a hooker.
Oh. I don't know where you're going with that one.
Hooking the dolls.
No, I get it. Is that a happy marriage?
So
farm happenings.
Yeah. Our baby ducks are getting bigger. They're getting fluffier, and
well, they've like tripled in size now since I think when they're getting around. And I thought, well, we should video them just to kind of give you guys a duck date.
Duck date.
How to work that one in. A duck update, and so they're getting big. They're having a good time. It's funny because the female and the male mallard kind of they act like a family because they all kind of hang out together. Which is kind of cute watching them walk around and stuff. But no, they're definitely getting big and stretching out, getting their.
They look more adolescent-y right now, gangly, kind of.
Yep.
Still had to scoop one out of the pool yesterday because he couldn't. And I have bricks in it, so if they get tired, they can get up on the bricks, and I have been seeing them use that
Oh, that's an island. I mean, that's not a safeguard. That's an island. They're out on their island, their private oasis in the pool.
Yeah.
So
yeah, he had to be scooped out yesterday, and
yeah. Well, they kind of keep together, but you can still grab them, kind of corner them, and they're talkative.
Yeah, and Poppy's, I don't know, because ever since Poppy was a baby, his favorite toy that he picked out at Pet Mart is a baby duck that chirps. Not near the sound as what these guys make, but he goes.
He does not like the ducks.
He like bites at the chain linked where they're at, and does this weird and I don't. Because he doesn't chase he chases the big ducks. He rounds them up.
He corrals them,
Corrals them where
he
they
helps,
should be.
Yeah, he helps at night when it's time to get them in, because Dundee's kind of shown them the ropes on that one. So they're like, ooh, this is fun. Let's chase the ducks and the geese.
Yeah.
And Poppy thinks he's Dundee's size, and Dundee thinks he's Poppy's size. They're kind of got the reverse on how big they actually are, which is kind of funny.
Yeah.
But so they're definitely entertaining, even to Poppy. He's down there chewing on his bone. So the garden's going good. I figured I'd video some of that. I know we've been mentioning that and showing how things have grown. It's been a while since we've shown it. We've already, harvested some broccoli a couple times off our broccoli. But everything else is coming up. You got some zucchini and squash,
Yeah, they're really blooming. The yellow squash will be ready to pick in a few days-ish.
Yeah, it's coming along, so good. I
actually am getting a little asparagus coming up, so from seeds. So I'm like, woo-hoo.
Yeah, some of the things that we bought from seeds didn't come up, and then some of the things like our strawberries are having a rough time, I think, because of the heat. We started getting warm, so I have to go out there and put some shade cloth over the garden to keep.
They shouldn't be in the garden.
We won't go there. But so my project for the day is to get some shade cloth over, because we were getting up in the 90s.
Yeah.
Then yesterday we were 68, so it's like we do this every year.
Because I made iced tea and then we get cold again.
You put our summer sheets on and then it got cold. But so it needs some shade so that we don't burn out our plants. But looking good, farm fresh.
Yeah. So we went and saw Captain America: Civil War, and
Jimmy's wanted to go see that, so we met him up at the movies after his school, because he had a teacher was having a special session to kind of review stuff for the test next week, and so he went ahead and did that. I'm like, well, we'll just meet you up at the movies. So we're kind of forcing him to venture out, because he has
one way to get to school. No detouring from the one way to get to school.
Yeah, he's not like Don and I. He does not venture around. So I'm trying to get him to venture. So we kind of force his hand. We'll say, we'll meet you up at the movies. So he managed. It's kind of funny, but he was
wondering
there.
Why there wasn't arrows on the parking lot.
Poor kid. But anyway, so
he's got a lead foot. He got chewed out.
Yeah. Well, you drove home with him to make sure that he could figure out how to get home from where the movie was at, but which didn't go well. But anyways, enough bagging on our kid there.
Isn't that what he's here for?
Yeah, well, Farmer Jim, you give him a tractor, let him drive to school that way. Of course, he hasn't been Farmer Jim in a long time, so.
Yeah. Although he is out there with them baby ducks all the time.
Yeah, he does like the birds.
The animals.
But we did see the Captain America Civil War. That was good. Dawn needs to get caught up on her
I forgot I hadn't seen
Avengers and all the comic book character movies, because Jimmy and I, we follow along. We usually see every one that comes out, and so we kind of understand all the characters that they had brought in. A bunch of characters that Dawn didn't recognize, but they had all kind of been detailed out in previous movies. So Dawn needs a marathon of Marvel movies so that you can understand. So, But no, it's all good. It was a good movie. Well worth going to see.
Yeah.
Yeah. So.
Is that it?
I think so. That's it for farm happenings.
So until next time. I'm just kidding.
Jump over into the coop. See what you got going.
So in the coop, I have my Scrappy Happy Blanket number 3. And this is the one I'm doing for Jimmy. So it's in male colors and orange, because his favorite color is orange. So I did this row. I did like 10 or 11 of them. So, yep, these are my TG knits and my Blue Ruin and my Sun Daisy 920, and so, yep. So then it goes this way, because I'm trying to, like,
spread the
colors, so I don't have 2 green together, or, I am being intentional that way. So, but it's so much fun.
You get your daily dose in, and at least you try.
So yeah, I don't know, it's just been so busy. Because when it's hot, I'm outside because of the animals and everything. And
yeah, you spend twice as much time when it gets warm, just to make sure that stuff's watered and
yeah,
everybody's good.
And then I am using...
Go ahead. I was going to
2.5 knit picks, 6-inch on, and that's a 3.0 metric. It's in my Sweater Cozy by the Rusted Stitch, and I know I keep forgetting to mention that, and I did measure them.
Yeah, she made a point to go get her measure them off, because
I've been asked a lot, and I'm like,
so
I don't know.
Put it in the notes, and then you'll always...
Yeah, I probably should.
You'll remember what the size is. Instead of us going like, what size is that? We can't see. We need our special glasses to see close up.
Yeah.
Special.
So, what were you going to say?
Oh, I was going to... it's a farm happenings, and you had mentioned something that triggered your snake.
I was going to mention the snake, and I thought it wasn't alive.
Well, no,
and I get pretty gruesome on here.
Yeah, well, we had seen our first snake of the year. It was a gopher snake, a big one, but
big, like 4 foot.
Yeah, big.
If it was all together.
Yeah,
me and a shovel don't get along.
Well, not all. We have electric fence around our coops,
found it.
And they generally don't come out at night. Because it's colder, but we had some warm temperatures, and I think he might have been trying to find a warm spot to, But yeah, he apparently
he was halfway in a hole.
Yeah,
he's probably after mice.
Yeah, but so he was a good-sized one, and Dawn threw him in the trash can, like right at the top, right? Because our trash can was full. It was the trash day, and I was bringing trash out, and I opened up the thing. I was oh crap. That's not really what I said, but I said, oh crap. And I said, because there's that snake staring back at me, but...
Well, I wanted you to see it.
Yeah, well, she did. She said, at least it didn't spring out. She didn't do those cans that you open and the snakes spring out. At least she didn't set that up.
Yeah, and I didn't touch it either.
Yeah.
That would have been easier digging it out, but I was using a shovel.
Yeah. Well, because around here we get snakes.
It was big. It was like this big around.
It was a good sized snake.
It ate well.
Yeah. But if it's not a rattlesnake, I don't kill them. I usually just take them and put them out into the field. They're good natural rodent control, so they take care of stuff. But if they're rattlesnakes, they don't.
I don't ask.
Yeah, we take care of that. Sorry for the sidetrack there, but back to in the coop.
Nasty.
Yeah, that was almost in the coop, huh?
It was. It was very close to the coop. And I told Jimmy, as he's getting eggs, to start looking.
Yeah.
Not that we've ever had snakes in the coop.
We keep it clear, for the most part, around all of the animals in our, backyard area. But, like I said, we still have to keep an eye out for it. So.
Nasty.
So, anyway, back to the coop.
You got me all.
I know. You have your...
So I do have a secret project in my, is this bling your string bag? My Chihuahua bag. I don't want to open it because then you'll see.
Yeah.
So
you let the secret out of the bag, huh?
So it is on my project page, so do not go look there either. Because I know the person watches the podcast, and I forgot I put it on my project page. Because I just automatically do that when I start a project. I start a project page
Can
on
you make
Ravelry.
it private? Private
No.
project?
No.
So for those that are...
Yeah. No looking at my project page.
If you watch this podcast,
I show this on.
Don't look at the project page.
Yeah.
And don't try and figure out what she's got going. So
Yeah.
it gets spurred
You
the
can tell
curiosity.
Yeah. That could just be the
It's
starter.
it's about this size right now.
Yeah.
And we'll just set that off over here.
So I haven't worked too much on that, but
You've been busy week. It's always
it's
busy.
like,
Can't
well,
never
my
enough knitting
squares
time.
take an hour-ish
Yeah.
about, so, because they're bigger than the previous ones I've done. And then I saw Freckled Whimsy and Michelle Studio in the Green, enablers that they are. And so I got the crocheting bug. Not that we've been fighting.
It's not a doll. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, that would be chocolate. And so I thought, I saw their Scrappy projects, and I thought, that's so cool, because I have all these little wee balls. These are wee balls. They're not just yarn balls. They're wee balls.
Wee balls wobble, but they don't fall down.
And they're like 2 or 3 grams.
It's the leftovers from all the
mini
your
skates.
Mini
Yeah,
skates,
I got. Here's just one little bag of wee balls. And it's in my Just Keep Knitting bag that Bay Area knitters sent me. I just love this bag. And so I thought, that's a perfect idea. So their idea was a granny square. So this is sock yarn. And it's the magic knot, and you can put that into YouTube and find out how to do that. And I was leery because I did a sweater. What's that purple sweater? I don't remember what it was, but I used the magic knot, and it came out.
Yeah.
Yeah, if that knot happens to come out. So every time I have changed a yarn, I watch that YouTube just to make sure that I am doing it exactly right. Because there's an under-over thing. So I don't know if that made a difference, or if the yarn in my sweater just happened to...
Yeah, you could have had a bad yarn or whatever.
Yeah. So I'm like, but I can always, since this is so scrappy, I can always sew it.
Yeah.
Back. But this is so much fun, and I have it just on the counter, so if I get a couple seconds, because crochet goes quick.
Yeah.
So if I had a couple seconds, like while the dogs are eating, because I have to stand in between them, because
she's the referee
I'm the
when
referee,
it comes to eating time.
One wants what the other one has, and I'm using a size D crochet hook. What that is in metric, I can't see it. So D US, and I might order because it makes my hands cramp. Because
I know you like the wooden one.
I like the wooden ones, but I saw that Michelle, MMZ Paul, she's camping right now, but first camping trip of the year. Didn't you want to know that? She has a funky looking hook that's thicker here, so I don't know if holding that would.
Oh, well, I've seen.
My hand starts cramping.
I've seen those in the store where they have a fatter handle. There's like the handle of the pencil or whatever, but it's got the hook on the end.
Yeah,
I've seen those.
So, and I've seen ergonomic ones that's like a ball here. So I thought, it might be fun to try different hooks, because I know Bookish Stitcher, she's doing trying all the different sock yarn, like double points, the 9-inch circular, the 2 at a time. She's doing a whole different, each sock's done a different way, and so I thought that might be a fun thing to do with this, just to try, because I can only do a little bit at a time, which that's all I get anyways. But then I had also started, because this is something that's ingrained. My knitting teacher actually she calls it the wee Irish chain. So I had started this first, thinking I might do this, and this goes out, you start at here and it makes a triangle, and then when you're ready to decrease, you come in and it ends up making a square. I was taught it's called the wee Irish chain. I think there's another corner to corner or something else that I've seen. I don't have a pattern for it. It's just in my head from where I've done it for so many years. And this is how I do baby blankets all the time. But then I was thinking that would be harder doing it this way to know, okay, well, how many scraps do I have to come in?
Yeah, it would be
whereas the granny square, you just keep going until you're done.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, you'd end up having to make sure you had excess just so you can close it, or you get some.
Or it could be a shawl.
Take a good skein of your sock yarn and finish it up.
Yeah.
Oh no, not so much.
Yeah. So, and there's tons of granny square patterns, that you can find for that, and I think it might be, because the sock yarn blankets are super warm, because they're so tightly woven, and I mean, it is like definitely a winter. And with the granny square with a little bit of holes, I think that might be more airier. It still might be pretty darn warm, especially here. But
yeah, I like how how that's coming out, the one, because of the patterning with the different yarns and stuff. It looks pretty good. So
yeah, it's fun. And I've been in a hooking mood. And I know I'm just mentioning different podcasts today, huh? Because that trips me out on some podcasts that they'll mention people and I'll be like, who are they talking about? Because there's so many now.
Yeah.
The YouTube ones, it's like, there was one podcast I watched, it was a newer podcast, and it was like, I had no idea anybody she even mentioned. It was like foreign language.
Yeah.
But anyways, Little Bobbins, she was crocheting. She's doing these little hexagons, and I think she said they're like 1.5 to 2 inches crocheted. And she had just started crocheting.
Is that like the hexy puff type thing, only without the puff?
Yeah, and it's crocheted. And she says, I don't know, something about this time of year. She just feels like, and it was funny because it was the same exact time I was starting this, and I'm like, I wonder if that is a crochet bug in the air,
I don't know. Could be. Could be a good change up because it goes a lot quicker.
True. Usually I get in the crochet bug when I've been around my grandma, and because she's the one that taught me when I was really, really little. So
yeah.
Or when I'm wanting to feel close to her, I crochet, and so I think that's more of what gets me going. What gets me going. See, I knew we would go off on tangents, and
we always do.
Yeah. So then I've also been doing some spinning, and I showed it last week, the future spinning that I would be doing, and it's the Redfish Dye Works. The label is actually stuck to the bag, which is in the bag.
And so
I don't have it over here to say Redfish Dye Works, but they're always at all the different shows, Vogue Knitting Live, and the stitches, all the stitches I think they go to. And if you can ever get their stuff, I know they do have online presence. I don't know how much. I think it's more like custom requests.
Yeah, I would say I don't think they keep a shop update, because I mean, when you wanted to, you have to call them and go down and visit them.
Yeah, but it is the best fiber. It is my favorite fiber ever. That's hard to say, favorite fiber ever. But Elf's dye jobs are just phenomenal. They glow, and just like how I say Show Me Yarns has that Thomas Kincaid glow to it, that it's art, I mean, it's just...
No, she does a really good job and always has good stuff. I know you love spinning with...
yeah. So it's...
Spinning with their fibers, and they also have the yarns too and stuff, so...
Yeah, I haven't used their yarn. That's still hoarded. Because I hoard this, because it's like my precious, it's like, but it's like, oh, you got to use it, so then you can go get more.
That's the game plan.
That's the game plan.
All right.
So, and I'm probably going to spin this and then spin another one of their fibers and buy them together because I really like the big yardage. What are you looking at?
You.
Oh, me. Well, I saw you kind of go like that, and I'm like, is something wrong?
No, I'm staring at our making sure everybody's paying attention out there.
Yeah, we're doing the worm. Or the snake. Hey,
The snake, the sneaky snake. Huh?
So, where am I?
You're at Squeal Like a Pig.
I'm at Squeal Like a Pig.
You got a package.
I got a package this week. And from my friend Dana in Germany. And she is, I don't know how to say her Ravelry name or if it means something. It's Wieberike.
I don't know if that means.
You speak German, so I didn't know if it was a German word.
Yeah, no, I not that I recognize, so I would have to look it up.
So she'll have to tell me. So she sent a sweet card and cute little notebook. Look at this notebook. Isn't that awesome?
I know.
And I use these things all the time because I am a paper person.
Yes, you are.
Big time. I kill the trees.
We don't go paperless here.
No, I prefer it in my hand.
Yes, she does.
Although books, I have gone more digital. No,
well,
not really.
If it's reading, it's paper. If it's audio, you have no choice because you can't bring the person here to talk the book to you. You have to listen to it electronically.
True.
So,
yeah.
But you do like your electronic books, e-books.
Yeah.
You got one going in your ear all the time.
Yeah.
Or,
Audible.
Or Gilmore Girls.
Oh yeah. He caught me crying. Sadie. She told me it's going to be a roller coaster. At least she gave me the spoiler so I can finish this series because today I was like boo-hoo and bawling.
Don't spoil it.
This is an old show.
I know, but you hadn't watched it, so maybe there's other people that you're going to inspire to go watch Gilmore Girls because it makes you cry. Everybody wants to watch something that makes them cry, right?
Yeah, it was the last episode of season 6. And I stopped it too. I didn't watch any more this morning. I couldn't.
I came out this morning and she was bawling. And I'm like, Gilmore Girls? And she goes, yeah. I'm like, okay.
See, I know Sadie's texting me right now. It's like, oh, what part, So, back to the package. How did I even go off on that?
I don't know.
Oh, because I like to write.
Yeah,
yes.
we sidetrack. Bring it back to the topic, huh?
So, inside, because she had contacted me about boy colors for my blankets, so we were doing a mini swap. Mm-hmm. She went above and beyond the whole mini swap. And her blanket's really cool. She's doing a whole cool idea on the mitered square. She's doing all pastels. Mm-hmm. So it's really cool. And I'm like, oh, crap. It was hard finding her mini skeins because none of my stuff is pastel-y. I mean, I did get a whole bag of them, but it's like, wow, that was hard.
Had to struggle a bit for that one, huh?
So look at how she packaged this mini skein. And these are not even mini skein. This is, I can get quite a few.
That's a big...
Isn't that cute?
That's 2 squares worth at least.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. And this is Volmice, so that's in the Mamba Samba. We had a bird named Samba.
Yes, we did. Let's not go down that path. We've already...
we've mentioned that one. So, because I can put that in Jimmy's blanket, your blanket, and and you always need one of these blankets on the needles. I have completed a whole mitered square, with the smaller squares even. Mm-hmm. And like I have said, I will always have one of these on the needles. Because then it'll have to be grandkids or...
Always so. Gifts.
Gifts
For everyone.
Yeah.
Christmas
Everybody
is coming.
is getting...
Of course, it takes a year and a half to make them.
It's longer than that.
Yeah. But at least it gives you something to do daily.
Yeah.
Your daily dose.
Get your mitered square in. Keep the doctor away. So, rambling. So this is some Regia. Look at that. That's pretty. Mm-hmm. Another humongous skein. Then a whole bag of... And she's really... Oh, there's some more Volmice in there. Well, she's in Germany too, so that's
Yeah,
probably really easy to, some really pretty colors. You know, I almost came in grip. See, I don't have yellow, so that was really good to...
Yeah, you don't really...
I don't have yellow. So this will be a good one too, because it's got yellow to be putting in there. I'm like, oh, I almost grabbed that out this week because I thought I need some yellow in there. Some yeller. So tons of mini skeins, big mini skeins. So this is going to be awesome.
It'll go well in the blanket.
But not only that, because she had asked, you know, oh, well, you know, I have a lot of Regia and Opal, or Opal, as Sadie calls it. And I've been wanting some Opal just so I could say Opal. I almost put my Opal ring on because I like wanting to say
Opal. You're kind of overboard on that one.
So I told her I had never used it. And so she sent me some, and this is... Imagine Tomorrow's World, and it's sparkly, purple sparkly. That is like the Essie nail polish Playdate sparkly.
Oh, wow. Yeah, there's a lot of
isn't it? Isn't that cool?
Sparkle in that one.
And on the little package, it shows how it's going to knit up.
Oh wow!
Isn't that cool?
That's pretty cool.
I thought, oh, that's neat. I don't know why I've never gotten any of this, because I know like. There's yarn stores, you can get it, not one skein, but two. And this is a popcorn colorway. Dana and Rob. I don't know who Dana and Rob are, but see, that's the little...
Picture of the finish.
It's yellow. Cool. So that'll be cool to add to the blanket too.
Awesome. That was a nice package.
Yeah, I was just shocked. You know, and this is German yarn, really from Germany.
The authentic.
The authentic, yeah. So that was like, oh, so cool.
That fake American German yarn.
Well, yeah, it's like, well, I've had wool mice. Well, and I actually bought
I
it
was gonna
from
say,
the wool mice.
We ordered it from
straight
Germany.
from Germany, but and then you get those little, the original gummy bears. What are those?
Was it Haribo?
It's something like that. I ain't gonna try saying
when
it.
I
took Spanish.
Yeah. When I was in German class way back in high school, that was like a year or two ago, you know, and we used to do fundraisers selling the Haribo gummy bears, and our teacher had to ship these over from Germany. We used to get the packages in boxes. We used to sell those to raise money for the German club. So this is like back before you could go to Walmart now and buy the gargantuan bag. You know, it was before they were popular here. But I remember selling the little bags of gummy bears. But he just
told me that.
See, now I surprised you.
See, I learn something new every day.
Yeah. Now you know about my gummy bear past.
Yeah.
So.
What are those other things you like? That Toblerone? Is that German too?
That is Toblerone is.
That's
is that
no
Swedish?
Kiss Me. Yeah, it might be Swedish.
Yeah, that's good stuff. Yeah. Good. European chocolate candies.
I wouldn't know. They stick that.
I don't. Yeah, I don't. I don't get that except for Christmas time in my stocking.
Yeah.
Santa is good to me.
Yeah. But then
I just have to eat it after Dawn goes to bed. You know, if I'm going to have any, because the almonds there have a really bad effect.
Yeah. So thank you so much, Dana. I was floored. I was expecting, just a few little mini skeins, and it's like, what do you mean a box?
Yeah.
Because it didn't even get delivered like at a normal time.
Yeah, I think our mailman must have forgot it because we had gotten the mail, and then I went out to drop off packages into the mailbox the next morning, and there was this package in there, and I'm like, and I was heading to work, so I just threw it into my car, and I thought, well, we'll deal with it when I get home, because I didn't want to leave it in there with the packages that were going out, because as bright as our mailman is, they would end up going back to the post office. So I had to pull it out, and I was already heading out to go to work, and I thought, I'll just bring it in afterwards. So I teased Dawn with it when I got to work.
He goes, "There's a package in your car, in the car."
Yeah, you got a package. You got a package from Germany, but it's in the car, and you can't have it till I get home.
And Jimmy goes, "I hope there's no chocolate."
Yeah.
Because that was the hot day.
Yeah. Well,
and I'm like...
Good thing there wasn't just hot yarn.
So he even had me...
Worried?
Yeah, I'm like, oh, man. So thank you so much. That's so much fun. And
Awesome.
so it's like, oh, I want to knit even more now on this. Because I mentioned last week, getting Sundaisy and Sadie's packages. It just is so exhilarating to get... Exhilarating. To get new minis and...
Yeah. Well, it's. I know when you get kind of down towards the end of the thing, it's like things slow down a bit because you're kind of pacing yourself. It's like, I don't want to run out too quick, and then you get some more, and then it's like, oh, got to speed up, hurry.
Yeah.
More squares.
More squares. So
we're into the roundup now.
Wow, already.
Yeah, look at that.
So roundup.
We
have our spring hatchin' it going on right now, and that's where you can enter any project: spinning, weaving, crocheting. Knitting, anything that you finish during the 3 months, enter it into that for some prizes. We've had Studio in the Green donate a sock yarn bag, and I forgot what. And we're gonna have Wolfe Farm stuff, and So then we also have our summer sport weight sweater cowl, sponsored by the Rusted Stitch, and that's any sport weight adult sweater. I thought I had the dates on there. Is it June, July, August is what we had figured out. A 3-month span. You can get an adult sweater done in that amount of time, sport weight. And
so what are we giving away for that one?
She's donating a bag, and I have it pictured in the group. So under the chat and FO thread, we're just going to chat in there and put finished objects in there, because I think it's only going to be me and Stephanie doing this anyways. And I did wind my yarn up this week. I showed it last week, the Madeline Tosh, and just winding the yarn, having that go through your fingers when you're doing that is just so...
You just love your yarn, don't you?
Yes, I do. It just thrills me.
So...
I pet it and I stroke it, and
she smells it. I mean, it's
reminding me of the whole Naughty Knitwits. Naughty in their name, so so I think we're about done.
All right. So I wanted to remind you, we got Fresh Cut Roses 25% off. Shop is closing in about a month, so stock up while you can. And we have a free Wolfe Farm video podcast button with any paid order at wolfefarms.net. Just ask for that in the comment section when you're checking out, and we'll be happy to stick one of those in your order with you. And I think that about does it.
So until next time,
let's get cracking.
Hatchin' it. Bye, y'all.
Bye, y'all.